Hi, welcome to your English class. This is Leah Eller. I am going to continue to be your instructor, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself up until now. The lesson we're going to work on today is going to be a listening speaking lesson. It will have some new technology involved to help enrich it. And the idea with this particular item was I wanted to choose someone that I felt had very good pronunciation and extremely good diction to give you all an idea of perhaps what you should hopefully be trying to strive for. Um, you know that I like to do historical and current events. And several months ago, we had a historical election for president and vice president. Not only because our vice president, for the first time, was elected is a woman, but is also an African American woman and a woman of Asian descent. And so those are certainly two issues that we are making some progress on. What I would like you all to do is I am going to actually play a speech that was given, a poem by a young lady named Amanda Gorman. It was given at the inaugural address. And I would like you to take notes on what you may like about her delivery and her diction, perhaps some things that you don't like about her delivery and her diction. And obviously, we will come back together here in just a few minutes and we will discuss those things and why you feel the way you do about those particular items. So just one moment and I will pull that up. Here we go.
Mr. President, Dr. Biden, Madam Vice President, Mr. Emhoff, Americans, and the world. When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just isn't always just is. And yet the dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first. We must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true. that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we'll forever be tied together, victorious, not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division.
All right. And for any of you that were wondering, that lovely young lady is all of 22 years old. How do you feel about her pronunciation and expression and her diction? Do you think she speaks well? Do you feel that her way of speaking might be considered polished, or would it be considered maybe not so polished, not quite so educated? And why is that? Is it the words that she chose? Was it her delivery? What is it about the way that she speaks that makes it so effective? Okay. Um, so if you want to speak in the same self-assured way Amanda Gorman does, good luck. Good, good news. You're in luck. We are going to practice today. I'm going to pass out copies of her inaugural speech, and we are going to go around the room within the class and speak a few lines each, and then we're going to read through it together. Again, for pronunciation, for speaking practice, and for diction, okay? So now that we've gone through and we've read together, what phrases or words catch your ear? What are you interested in? Do you think Gorman represents an example of someone who speaks English well? Why or why not? Do you enjoy the way she speaks? Why or why not? Okay. Now for guided practice, we're going to break into groups of 3. I'd like you to go over your copies of the speech for about 10 minutes or so and look at the way that the poem is structured. Decide if you like the spoken version better or do you like the written word better. Do you think it looks nicer on paper? You'll come back. We'll discuss our answers, okay? I'm going to have you guys turn in your written work at the end of class just to see what you're working on, okay? And for homework, I'd like you to look through YouTube and other online sites to find examples of other speakers who you feel speak English really well, okay? Come prepared for next class with your own short 30 to 90-second clip that you can share with the rest of the class and explain what attributes you enjoy about your chosen individual's use of English, okay? And then for the assessment, later in the week, I'm going to challenge you guys to write a short poem of your own in the style a bit of Miss Gorman, who we just saw. And if you are so comfortable, I would love for you all to read it aloud to the class. If you are not so comfortable, we can work on something and I can have you guys turn it in. But basically, that's the idea for today, okay?